Now going to make a statement. If you'll give her your ears.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for taking the time to be here. My name is Laura Voth. I am a local resident of Tulsa. I've been living here for a little bit over 11 years now. I'm an artist and an art teacher, and the reason why I'm here is because I do feel a responsibility to tell Tulsa about an incident that happened between myself and Dr. Rico Wright, who is running for mayor in our city right now. I'd like to give just a statement of facts of what happened, and I'm going to read it off this worksheet so I don't mess it up. So I met Dr. Rico Wright at a party that he hosted in his summer the year of 2018. I was invited by and attended with a friend of mine. Soon after, Dr. Rico Wright announced plans to open up Black Wall Street Gallery and feature the Conciliation series. Dr. Rico Wright reached out and invited me to be featured in the gallery's Conciliation series. And I eagerly obliged his request because our relationship was very professional at that time. I attended a gallery function on November 23rd of 2018 at the Black Wall Street Gallery in Tulsa, Oklahoma. During that function, Dr. Rico Wright asked me to dance. I informed Dr. Rico Wright that I had a boyfriend, and we danced in a very formal fashion. During that time, Dr. Rico Wright asked me if I've ever deep-throated. Dr. Rico Wright next told me that I looked like a girl who deep-throats. I found this remark to be utterly outrageous and was deeply offended. Dr. Rico Wright had been drinking at this event. I ended the dance and soon thereafter left and went home. On December 18th, 2018, I agreed to meet with Dr. Rico Wright at Mainline Art Bar in downtown Tulsa at his request, with the understanding it was to discuss Black Wall Street Gallery. I met Dr. Rico Wright at the bar. He had been drinking. Therein, we discussed the artwork featured at the bar for some 30 minutes or so. I ordered a glass of wine, and Dr. Rico Wright continued drinking. Abruptly in the conversation, Dr. Rico Wright gazed at me, sighed, and asked why I was so amazing. Dr. Rico Wright proceeded to continue complimenting me as he reached and grabbed hold of my hands. Without my consent, I told him I was uncomfortable. His grip tightened. He would not let go. I attempted to pull away. I tugged my hands back hard, and then he released. Dr. Rico Wright quickly moved his hand on my knee, then ran his finger up my thigh, and placed his hand on my vagina over the top of my pants, all without my consent. I felt violated, outraged, and disgusted, and excused myself to the restroom and decided to leave the bar. At that time, I did not want to ruin my professional relationship with Dr. Rico Wright. I returned and sat down to pay for my glass of wine. Dr. Rico Wright placed his hands on my waist and forcibly pulled me off my bar stool, so I was standing, again without my consent. Dr. Rico Wright told me that he knew that I thought he was attractive and ordered me to kiss him, and I objected. I told him I had a boyfriend, and he pulled me into a hug forcefully, again without my consent. Then Dr. Rico Wright slipped one of his hands up the back of my shirts, which was a sweater, touching the clasp of my bra strap, again without my consent. Dr. Rico Wright then forced his hand down the back of my pants, touching my bottom skin to skin, again without my consent. Dr. Rico Wright continued to hold me and ordered me to kiss him. I kissed him on the cheek and he let go. Dr. Rico Wright repeatedly told me to show him how I am a bitch. Dr. Rico Wright asked me if I was denying him because he was a black man, if my family would be against him being with a black man. Dr. Rico Wright grabbed me by the waist and ordered me to kiss him again. I objected, and he kissed me on the neck, again without my consent. Dr. Rico Wright continued to hold me and ordered me to kiss him. I kissed him on the cheek, and he let go, and I escaped again to the bathroom. I returned to pay for my drink and leave. Dr. Rico Wright had ordered me and paid for another drink while I was away, which was sitting at the bar. I proceeded to exit and Dr. Rico Wright continued to make advances. I left the bar, and Dr. Rico Wright ensued following me, telling me that I would like my pussy licked. I continued to object as he started to tell me how amazing I was. As I told him no, Dr. Rico Wright grabbed me, placing his hands around my neck, and telling me repeatedly that he wanted to lick my pussy. I distracted Dr. Rico Wright by tickling the outside of his hand in order to loosen his grip, and thereafter pulled away to escape. He became angry and pushed me hard in the area of my chest. Dr. Rico Wright told me he was going to be the next Barack Obama and told me I could be his Michelle. Dr. Rico Wright told me not to make a scene and told me that girls like me were the reason he wanted to get out of Tulsa. Thereafter, I continued my escape, fleeing to a car, and I sat in my driver's seat. Dr. Rico Wright held the door open and wouldn't let me close it. As Dr. Rico Wright yelled at me, I prayed under my breath, and finally he turned around and stormed off. Thereafter, I drove straight to my sister's house where I spent the night. Dr. Rico Wright attempted to call me that night, and I did not pick up. Following the incidents of December 18th, 2018, I later called to confront Dr. Rico Wright. During this conversation, he denied violating me in any way and stated that we were just having fun. Thereafter, Dr. Rico Wright sent me a text telling me, among other things, that he must have been roofied. And on December 21st, 2018, I filed a police report regarding these incidents. At that time, I thought I was the only one and asked the police not to press charges. I no longer believe that I'm the only one, and I'm asking law enforcement in my community to act in order to protect the public from any further attacks. And I will add that while I thought I was the only one at the time, since then, I have met face-to-face with 3 other women in the Tulsa community who have told me their personal story and account of sexual assault with Dr. Rico Wright. Thank you.
I'd just like to briefly comment. First off, it's my opinion that she's telling the truth. And at this point, I've been in contact with others with similar allegations. Importantly, the Me Too movement has left some stones unturned. Particularly in the state of Oklahoma, the statute of limitations for rape is only 1 year, civilly. So in cases like Ms. Voss, where a credible police report was made at the time, she is still time barred. Truth, justice, and accountability may yet be denied this victim, but Ms. Voss has cooperated with law enforcement at the time and is presently willing to cooperate with any prosecution. We are now anxiously awaiting a decision from the state. Thank you for coming.